Are you guys ready?
No.
Too bad.
Do I look like...
I have no idea what the quality of this fucking stream is. I don't give a crap if I'm, swearing and whatnot. But we found this island. I just made a realm for just me and my friends. So I got the official Cyan Tiger here with me.
Yeah, but boy.
I made her skin, if she'll hold still, to look like her icon. Sup. And my lovely wife, Red Lotus Blossom, wherever the hell she may be.
I'm on an island. I'm in the jungle.
Oh my god, you went off on your own? Honey, the sun's about to set.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, I need glass.
Glass? Windows? But yeah, we just started. We believe it or not, we found an actual mine shaft on this island. It doesn't look like an island, but it is. See over there how we just have like an archipelago going on, like a little area. Oh, there's the Serengeti or whatever it's called over there.
The Serengeti.
And in that direction, okay, believe it or not,
What?
Ignore me. Wait, what you doing? Don't waste that. Take this.
Having some almonds.
We found lava, so we made some buckets. Look at all the stuff we found already. It is disorganized as fuck. But we're trying to make some smooth stone. Exactly. Oh, and I already made a cat friend because there is a village over in this direction. I know I don't have it out far. I don't have a nice big gaming rig. So, there's that. But right now, we are working on building a big old fortress. Honey! Come home. It's about to become dark.
I got cocoa beans!
Okay, I'll make you some fucking cookies then. Oh shit, that's right. We haven't even started farming. We're gonna starve.
Yay!
Don't say yay!
I got an apple. I can live.
Oh, for one fucking day. Yeah, we've already planted some, like, trees from the savannah from over there, so. Oh my gosh, hold on. We've only been doing this for 5 freaking minutes, and we've already known that we are doomed. We're doomed.
Understood, boys.
Let's head to the big white box in the sky.
You mean the sun?
Yeah.
Well, you better be heading in this direction.
Did I go to the wrong island?
No.
I don't know. Did you? It's nighttime almost. Oh, with the
gonna die.
Moonrise. Yeah, you
We are
might.
gathered here today after this bush.
Oh, I see it. I'm across.
To mourn the loss of Red Lotus Blossom, who has died.
Oh my god, I see her. Well, if I look at an angle in the corner, I can see she's trying her best. Fam, she's past the roses. Fam, where the hell did you go? You gonna go fetch Steph? Don't. Wait, what happened?
I fell. In.
You mean you sank?
Yes.
Come on. You can do it.
Oh!
What? Just watching you struggle. Exactly, cat. I think I was gonna call you Butterscotch. Oh, Fam's all the way down there. She's probably playing in the waterfall. Hi, honey.
Hey,
There's monsters spawning.
I'm trying.
Yeah, but Blood Red Queen. In other words, Red Lotus Blossom. That also plays with us. Are you gonna take the waterfall up?
He's
Yeah.
technically the VA for Ash and the
Yeah.
VA for Loki
Hi.
and other
I-
good shit.
I can't.
Yes you can.
I
Yes
have
you.
one.
Hey, peeps and creeps, we are back. Sorry about the long wait. We were prepping some stuff. We are now all here. Take it away, Dungeon Daddy.
Hello, everybody. I am Transmorpher DDS, your Dungeon Daddy for the evening. We are Crits4Breakfast, and this is the Rise of Tiamat. So,
Yeah, let's do this.
be fairly quick about it. Last time, Ghoul got knighted. You all made plans for how you intend to sneak into the Well of Dragons. You trusted your big bomb to Hulda the Stone Giant, and finally prepared for the trial of Verum the White, with the intent to have him righteously executed in order to capture his soul and Dahlia's soul coin to trade to Zariel, who would withdraw any devils in her employ assisting the cult of Tiamat. And for the question today, what element do you feel closest to? Let's go start with Ghoul there. I think I might have a theory. Which element do you feel most closely associated with?
I wonder.
Damn. Well, the only thing I have in here that's pretty much elemental. It's fire.
Yeah.
That's all I have in here is
Fireball!
fucking fire.
Yeah, he's...
I have a lot of fire in here.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's go with from Ghoul to Ghoul's fiancé. What is Dahlia? What element do you feel closest to?
Ice.
Ice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally, it's in my
fair.
blood. I freeze people out of instinct, and I also murdered the first fucker who tried to marry me in cold blood in a frozen lake in the mountains by freezing him to death. So yeah, ice. She's a little bit of an ice queen when she wants to be, but if she warms up to you, she'll melt a little.
Alright, and let's go with Katniss. What elements do you feel closest to?
I mean, personally, I feel like I've always been close to the wind or air.
That makes sense. And Loki, what element do you feel closest to?
Fire.
Also fire. I guess technically gold is an element too, but that's a different kind of element.
Gold is my number one. Fire is like gets people talking.
I thought it
Gold.
was drowning.
Your element is money. Money is gold.
Money.
Gold is money. Your element is money. Wealth. There we go. She made her own element.
Friggin' that.
Alright, well, with all of that taken care of, at the moment, you are all in the council chambers. Loki and Dahlia, you're returning as you see that Verum the White has been brought in. He is in simple, like, off-white tabard, just sort of like undyed fabric. You see his hands and feet are bound in chains. He stands with this sort of stoic pride as he looks down his nose, despite being much shorter, mostly at Ghoul. He seems, with those of you with a decent insight, can tell that he is deeply offended to be held at trial by a orc. as Ambassador Braun Anvil is reading out a series of various crimes to which Verum has been linked and questioning him. Verum pointedly dismissing things or asking for proof, or seems to be avoiding actually lying or denying things and more just trying to, in a sense, almost mock this process more than anything else. While all this is going on, Katniss,
Mm-hmm.
your mind drifts to an earlier time. It's small town of Nesme, not far. Well, one of the closer towns to the great underground kingdom of the Mithril Hall. In the past, Nesme was almost like a pit stop on the way there. People would come by on the river and make their way there, but these days travel has gotten a bit more expedient. People have had little reason to stop in Nesme in decades by the time you were living there. It's remote. Oh, and while you were there, at one point you begin to notice it's like a few people have moved into town. The town is mostly humans. You can get occasional dwarves coming in. They rarely stick around for long. A couple of elven guys moved in a few months ago. They're always kind of staring at you in a way that's makes you uncomfortable, but it's not out of place for what you've experienced with high elves. And then you also saw this dwarven couple moved in. It's hard to tell. They both seem to be men, but with dwarves sometimes it can be hard to tell. Although you recognize one of them now as the man who stands before you in this trial. Never knew much about them. They always kept to themselves. But the important thing was when the illness came. It was a sort of rotting in the lungs, characterized by the classic coughing up of blood. Necrotized when they look through. There's been panic around town, people avoiding each other, afraid to step out. Not sure where this illness is coming from. Some people think it's from the wisps that have been seen on the outskirts of town. You and your mother are preparing for something, as tanners tend to stay on the outskirts of town anyway, rarely interacting with people. As far as you're aware, you might be the only two healthy people left in town. As you're preparing for a journey, you'd heard nearby, in the nearby swamps of the Evermoors, there's something out there called a heart bulb. A sort of closely related perhaps to a garlic, but something much more potent, something powerful. It has healing properties. And as the healthiest and perhaps most outdoorsy people in Nesme, you and your mother were making plans to head out there and search for the heart bulb yourselves to hopefully find some sort of cure. And it was on that morning, just as she was putting on her heavily laden backpack with supplies. And you looked in horror as you noticed the blood speckles left on the back of your mother's knuckle when she coughed into it. Tell me about your mother. What was her name?
Her name was Miria. She is a very headstrong woman of few words, but she always made sure that she helped out anyone who needed it. She'd been running herself ragged trying to, help everybody she could, despite everybody being kind of wary of being near other people. But a very good and strong-willed woman. She would have kept this to herself until she couldn't.
You can see that there's this almost look of guilt on her face as she realizes you realize she's probably been sick for longer than this and just has been trying to hide it, hoping. You remember now the way she would make herself these strong medicinal teas on a regular basis. She told you they were just preventative. Gave you the same thing as well. They seemed soothing, if a bit unpleasant on the tongue.
Yeah, licorice.
Mm-hmm. In this moment, you realize she's not healthy enough to continue on this journey. And how old was Katniss at this time?
About 13?
Just a 13-year-old girl. Realizing your mother's sick. She was supposed to, be guiding you on this journey. You've been to the Evermores before. So at this time, what did Katniss do? Did Katniss search for the heart bulb all on her own, or did they stay there with their mother?
Is like feeling torn. Is like Katniss wants to go out on their own and find the bulb just in case. But it's worth nothing if our mother is just here alone.
Mhm.
So they make the hard choice. Like maybe she's right. Maybe this will all blow over, and she decides to stay with her mother until they're healthy enough to go on the journey.
And that day never came. What did Katniss do to comfort their mother as her sickness got worse and worse?
It was like whenever she was cold, she'd like make sure that she had like clean furs. If she's trying to sweat out a fever, or if she got too hot, and just basically waiting on her hand and foot in the hopes that anything, would break, and suddenly their mother would be better.
You kept hoping, kept praying, and sadly that day never came. As there was that day that you're helping your mother eat food, something basic and simple. You just remember looking to your mother's eyes and just see a tear forming. You just character who was so full of life, so full of energy, always doing everything she could to help you, help everyone else around town. People would come here seeking her advice, braving the scent of the tanner. Just looks over to you and just voice cracking. She would have these horrible coughing fits. It was almost hurt you to look at it. You could never understand why you never felt sick at all. You almost expected that the two of you would just die here together. No one to check in on you, no one to, and you just hear, Katniss,
I'm here.
I'm sorry.
No, don't say that.
just hand clammy and so thin. Just strange to see. It doesn't even seem like her hand, really. Same hand that you just saw, just working the tying ropes so tight, working with the bloody mess that it takes to tan leather. I do not know why, my child, but you are healthy still. If you follow the river south, reach Trapor, you could. Your father, he would haven't been able to reply to his letters. And no deliveries have even been made here in some time. You don't know what the outside world thinks happened to Nesme. You haven't even really checked in on your neighbors in this time. But you realize this. Your mother's dying. This may be your last moment with her. You can see the way she's sweating. Skin had been so pale lately, looks kind of red. She seems to be exerting some effort, as if she's... Whatever strength she has left, she's putting it into this moment to let you know. This last message. And then you just see this regret and sorrow in her eyes. Almost a guilt at becoming ill like this and unable to protect you further. What was the last thing that you said to your mother?
Rest up. We'll go out in the morning. We'll find the bulb together. Just don't fight so hard anymore. I'll be okay. I promise.
You see, when you say this to her, that this delivering it with conviction, this confidence in your own ability, that last weight she had on her shoulder, this motherly need to protect her child. She sees that for everything that's gone wrong since this illness came, she can see in your eyes that you're ready as much as she could have made you ready by this point. And she leans close, rests her head on your shoulder. You just feel her just relax. Just her whole body that you realize now has just been tense this whole time. She seems so weak, moving so delicately, but you realize everything was taking so much effort from her. Although she's gone now, it feels almost safe for her now that she's finally free. And this memory you can remember hearing, the only thing you hear is just a raven cawing somewhere outside.
Just destroy my
And-
fucking heart, why don't you, before we start?
Hmm.
Oh, God! I'm gonna
It's
kill
like-
that motherfucker for you, Katniss.
It's like Katniss hasn't said a single word and just like no bias. Like in their head, they just are replaying like this whole moment, beat by beat, no coloration or no opinion, just as it was, and seeing how like Varum's kind of like turning down, like looking down on the whole procedure because of his own like predilections is like
Yo, my eyes. I gotta call the water company. I got a leak.
Oh.
Yeah.
is like just realizing that like even now this man has pride for what he's done, and it just feels like he's truly hopeless.
I'm surprised that we skipped over the question that he asked me last session.
What was the question?
Oh, something. He was basically being a snide bastard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we were gonna
I
pick
just
up with that
wanted-
after the memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we're sort of coming back to the thing, you see, like, Verum just like almost like dismissively, like, it was very simple. I was told to do whatever means necessary, and those means, so that order is given, knowing that sometimes things can get messy. I'm sure you orcs know all about that. And he just sort of smugly looks at you, Ghoul. How do you feel having this guy? He pretty much every time he's acknowledged you, it's been to disparage you for being a orc.
All I know is that cut to this is how it feels about orcs. So
Mhm.
I kind of, I'm over there.
Mhm. Would Ghoul say anything, or would Ghoul just sort of ignore him?
I'm
You
kind of giving him a look where I'm like, this is not phasing me at all.
You're not giving him the satisfaction.
Nope.
Nice. By the way, what time would Loki and I start coming into this? By the way, because we went up, got some grass, and went back.
Right
Yeah, I
about
got some
now,
grass.
as you're coming back, and you
Open the door.
you can sort of hear from like the way Braun Anvil is sort of reading through charges, reading through evidence. There's a lot of it's very technical, very, but it's not a lot of there's not a lot of question as to what happened. You get the impression that the trial itself is mostly a formality, but Katniss and Dahlia, you are arriving in.
Oh no, I have Loki.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Loki.
I've been here.
Katniss
Katniss
stuck
has been
around.
here.
Sadly, let's not forget that heart-shattering memory.
Yeah, but yeah, Dahlia and Loki, you're sort of coming in, and you're able to like tell that the trial is mostly just for like ceremony more than anything else. There's almost no question of this man's guilt.
Just goes in and just like, dang. I would think that he'd be booked by now.
Mhm.
She kind of goes up and joins Katniss. And looks over at Loki. She just sets like the grass on the table.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it. Is
But
Kat? I was just gonna ask. Is
Yeah,
Katniss showing any pain in their eyes?
Normally, I would say no one could see it, but your insane perception, you could see that like Katniss is using an insane amount of restraint, but their eyes are glassy.
Mhm.
She's never actually seen your eyes like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would make her not only worry for you, but angry at this fucker over there getting the charges.
Mm-hmm. With my insane perception, I could probably see that.
Mhm.
Yeah, the table just like has a little bit of like a little frost at one part where her hand was. Trying not to trying not to, frostbite the grass she's gonna give her grandma when she visits her cabin later.
I just give like her hand, like that actually like started the ice. I just kind of put my hand over it, give her like a reassuring squeeze. I'll be okay.
Still, she coldly just looks over at me.
Yeah, you can see the other members of the Council of Waterdeep are all just eyeing this man with this. Some of them have hatred. Some seem baffled at this. Some people just have this sort of righteous fury. You can see, like, Thorn seems to be increasingly amused every time a new charge is brought up against this guy.
Like, oh
and,
wow, oh wow.
Like, oh
And-
shit.
What an impressive dossier.
And after you guys can see this goes on for a while. Ron Anvil is just sort of reading, just sort of giving him the question. He's, reading out dates and times and asking Verum questions. And you see, after a while, like Onthar is throws up her hands and he's like, all right, I think you done proved your point. I don't see much need for this to go on further. She steps forward and looks at him. All right, Verum, the so-called White. How y'all plead to the charges that have befallen you? He's like, I was simply following orders. And she just like folds her hands over her chest and just like that, like the dismissive way he responds to this is like clearly gets under her skin more than anything.
Can I actually roll to see if this gets under my skin?
Give me a wisdom saving throw, and I'm going to have Verum make a what would he? I guess it'd be a form of intimidation. He's going to make an intimidation
All right, let's
check,
see.
and let's see if he's able to.
I
20.
got 17.
He got a 22. He's bugging you. Like this is definitely like
I feel like that's probably the last straw, and you just kind of see Katniss kind of draw in a sharp breath, and they actually do break.
She puts her arm around you quietly, was waiting for that, and she looks at Loki to see what Loki's going to do about this too. Katniss is breaking down.
Katniss, Loki, as you approach, you notice Verum turn and sees Katniss finally react. And you see the biggest grin on this dwarven man's face.
Ooh, somebody hold Dolly back!
And he just...
Fight.
Are you coming up and attacking him?
I'm punching him in the face.
Yay!
Like, oh shit. Wait a
It's
second.
like, it's all over when the cleric uses violence!
Okay.
Alright, go ahead and just give me a straight strength check, Loki, and this is at an advantage because he is restrained.
Yeah! Somebody
Yeah.
make her approach.
Honestly-
I want to see this.
Honestly, holy
Nice!
shit. You're not
what,
tonight. I'll take it.
what do you want to happen when you punch this guy with a nat 20?
I want to send him like flying, where he like twirls it, like his body just like twirls. He lands face first in the ground.
Like a cartoon.
His ass tooted up
Move
like
your
a bitch.
move your icon at least. Where is
Yeah,
it?
And
you-
when he
you-
lands ass up, I'm gonna kick it.
Yeah, you come over and hit this guy, and he just like hits the ground like before anybody else can react. There's like a sudden. You guys hear like the most excited cackling ever from Thorn, like.
Honestly, she looks over at like Katniss and she kind of like gives a little bit of like an excited wince of that's your woman.
To be fair, Ghoul, even though he's like a stone face, he's over here trying not to.
Yeah, you're not
Nothing.
full of.
Like-
Lost all that demeanor when you went down like a $2 whore, huh?
And
Oh!
Bronan will actually steps up
Okay,
and like
yep, you can't do that.
he's like, That is not how things are done amongst the dwarves.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm not a dwarf, so.
It's...
Oh wait, turn into a dwarf.
Oh!
Is that better?
Oh,
Can we-
Loki.
Guys,
You can see.
It's okay.
You can see
Yeah.
Verum on the ground. He's like.
I do wonder what's funny that. This is just my
everybody's
question.
reaction.
Give me an insight check as you're looking at like Verum.
Yeah, I'm looking at him because I'm confused. I'm like, you just got kicked to hell. How
Yeah,
You got
she
backhanded-
1d1'd his ass.
I think that's more than a 1d1.
Well, sometimes it's doubles, but it's usually called a 1d1 when you punch somebody with your fist.
Yeah, if you're not proficient in like
Brawling.
unarmed combat, you only deal 1 damage. You only 1 damage plus strength, 1 plus strength damage. What is your strength score actually, Loki?
4.
Oh yeah, I see it down there. Yeah, it's a 4. You get a plus 4 to your strength. So-
Okay,
Yeah.
she did a 5. She did 5
Yeah.
damage. His nose will probably be broken.
Yeah, you can see he's like blood is leaking from his nose at this
You
point.
said
and
inside
getting-
him?
Yeah, go give me an insight check,
Yeah,
Ghoul, if you
she's
can.
gonna insight him too.
Yeah.
I got a 15 if you.
With a 15, you could tell, like, the sense you get from this is that this is somebody who knows he's not going to survive this. He's he's restrained. He's got no way of getting out. The only thing he can do is sow chaos and unhappiness amongst these people before his death, and what just happened is proof that he succeeded.
I
No, he
walk
didn't
over.
succeed at nothing.
I just
He
walk
thinks
over.
he did.
Yeah, right.
Loki.
I'm just.
I just wanted
Okay.
a good punch.
I
She's
know,
back to
I
her
know.
normal.
Keep in mind, sire. She says this to the man that's stopping her. That is her fiance. Technically, he's insulting by this. I think she at least deserved 1 punch.
He just sort of go give me a persuasion check. See how much that calms him, gets him to like ease up on this.
It's like they just proposed and everything. Katniss means the world to her, and this guy is a bit of a fucker.
You know?
19.
See, Braun Anvil. He's like, I understand. This is.
1 punch. That's it.
I mean, technically, it was 1 punch and an ass kick. So.
Don't add to it. I'm trying to help your ass.
Ghoul's trying to sit here look professional. He's like, oh god.
See, Verum. Oh, so this is the way of the great honorable dwarfs, yeah.
Oh,
Just-
yeah. Shut up.
Braun Anvil turns
I
and
kind
looks
of.
at him.
Huh?
Your voice sucks.
What is Ghoul trying to say?
I think I'm trying to give like a look that's basically to Dahlia, like this is basically what he's trying to do, and y'all is stepping right in.
Well, no, here's the thing. She's gonna put her arm, like, around Loki. Loki,
What?
we're gonna go back over to Katniss. She looks down and she gives him a smile. Because we're getting ready to decide his fate.
Well, we already know what his fate is.
Oh, I know, but let's go. We're not going to torture him. We're going to give him an opportunity. That's the way of the dwarves.
Oh, wait, did we,
said it.
I wouldn't say anything about it.
Did we say
It's-
that, like, he doesn't like, orcs or whatever or something?
Yeah, he's been very blatantly racist to Ghoul by
I
sheer
have a
virtue of the movie.
I'm
Here's the
gonna...
thing, I'm not
Mhm.
stepping into it. I haven't caught Wiz.
What's Loki trying to do?
I was gonna say, my one suggestion is before execution, he should go kneel down to Ghoul and lick his boots.
Oh, honey.
Oh,
What?
I don't want.
I'm just saying.
You
I
see,
kind of like that idea, but that's besides the point.
I don't want to go get new boots.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Don't-
Braun
don't-
Anvil,
don't-
like,
don't make
You
Ghoul
see, he
get
grabs
issues.
Verum by like the back, like the hair on like the back of his head, and just yanks him up
Ooh.
onto his feet. And you see Verum like grits his teeth, refusing to make any noise about in this situation as Ron Anvil. He's like,
Come on, Loki.
in the matter of the town of the slaughter of the innocent people of Nesme, I also find Verum guilty. And you see Anthar and Ron Anvil both turn to look to you, Ghoul, and waiting for your declaration. So,
This is for the charge of Nesme, right?
yeah,
For
yeah. For now, they're just charging with Nesme. It's what happened there is more than enough to.
Yep. For what you have done in Nesme, you are guilty.
You see, he Verum glares at you and he's still restrained and stuff, and it's got blood dripping from his nose, and he just spits in your general direction. It's not able to hit you, but you see landing in front of you is just this glob of bloody spit.
Need that tile
Oh, someone's
replaced.
angry.
Not phasing goal.
And you see Ron Anvil ignores that, and he's like, by order of the Mithril Hall, for your crimes against humanity, I've sentenced you, Verum the White, to death. And you can see then Thorn is like, woo!
Gosh, she's
Get
like,
his ass!
oh my god! It's like fucking Jerry Springer in here with her.
And you can see Hulda was getting ready to raise a fist and hoot along with it, and then notices nobody else is playing along with it with Thorn's exuberance, and just sort of slowly lowers her massive gray fist.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna go whoop.
Well, you're a couple.
Oh.
If 2 people do it, it's more than.
Oh, the Loki starts wooing also.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Loki!
Yeah, when Loki woos and Hulda is going oof 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 oof. You get the her reaction is almost more imagine a group of giants getting together and with a bit more of a violent streak than these dwarves, and how they would react to a trial.
Oh, they would love it.
Loki about to turn this shit into a Jerry Springer show.
With that all said, following this declaration, Verum is. He takes a moment. He just sort of stands there in stunned silence until little guards approach to take his shoulders. And once he realizes the situation is in, he just starts screaming. He starts trying to get out of their grips and just realize this is it. This is as much as he's enjoyed picking on people and starting fights. This is the end of his life, and he's shouting obscenities, screaming everything he can, especially at Ghoul, green skin, all stuff about his tusks, and all kinds of things that I'm not going to repeat here because even for a fantasy race, it's uncomfortable shouting that many racial slurs in a German accent.
German, oh lord! Oh, he's a dwarven Nazi. Okay, anyways,
no.
That way he serves a white dragon. Well, anyways, yeah, I said it. Okay, so were they going to allow Dahlia to do the thing that she wanted to do by allowing him to at least try to fight to live? Because she doesn't want to just kill him when he's down.
And I think actually at this, Ron Anvil approaches a lot of you, and he looks to you, Dahlia, and he says, Verum will be executed today. He looks to Dahlia and Katniss specifically because he knows. Actually, I believe you've mentioned the he's
Yeah, he
aware
knows.
Yeah.
of the, and he knows about Nesme. He knows that and he looks to the two of you, and as Verum is being led out by guards and like fighting, you see like when he passes by, he tries to kick at Loki, at which point they yank him away, and he's just pulled out of the room.
I'm just
And-
kind of egging him on, like, oh, you're so close. Come on, you can do it.
Oh,
Oh,
you gotta be quicker than that.
Hmm.
The dollar dangling in front of face thing.
He's
Asshole.
like, and Ron Anvil goes to speak to both of you. The traditional method of execution among the dwarves is beheading. But in this moment, I feel the aggrieved should have the choice. How should this man die?
She looks at Katniss.
you look at Katniss too.
How do you want this to be done?
I don't want him to be put down in chains.
No. I want him to fight for it so he knows the struggle before he dies.
I want to give him a fighting chance. The same illusion of chance that I had once.
She puts her hands on your shoulders.
And then maybe finally he'll understand the extent of how much he's taken from me. But I doubt it.
And he's he sort of looks you in the eye. He's like, do you then wish to face him in combat? He will be provided weapons and armor.
Yes, I'll face him.
May I suggest the final blow?
Mm.
You will let him feel the pain that he put you and your family through, and I will administer the final blow in honor of that. If that is what you wish, if not, you can kill him all your own. I have a way.
I think that is my wish. I don't wish to be alone when finally dealing with this.
You're not alone. I know the reason why
I
we
know.
pushed for this.
I mean, I technically already started
Oh,
it, so.
Loki, okay. In your honor, she did defend you.
She did. She
But
did a very good job.
you're marrying that woman, and she's already all white, so she don't need to wear it. But seriously, we can make him feel the panic that he made other people feel. But I suggest, as one of the final blows before killing him, hold back some restraint. And I suggest you cut open his belly. Because I want to deliver the final blow in a way that will make him feel exactly what happened. Does that sound reasonable?
That sounds very reasonable. I've planned this out for a while.
Goulet boy, you can leave the court now, I think.
I have no
Alright.
idea. That's why I'm just standing here.
Alright, with that said,
don't be so
you
awkward,
all...
me lamb.
Some time is allowed as Verum is prepared for this. You're all led into like this sort of back room of this is leading towards there's the dungeons beneath the castle. There's an area that's
Baby, you're muted. Sorry.
Sorry, I was gonna say, do I still have that weed plant and like that? Because I just brought like weed into court.
Oh yeah, you still got it. I mean, it's not illegal in this.
No, it's just a plant.
I'm a cleric. I have to use it.
It's medicinal.
What the?
But I'm like, I give it to Katniss. It's just like, this was my wedding present. I know it's not the time, but I thought you'd like it.
To grow for yourselves.
But
Oh my goodness.
I don't
Okay.
have a proper map prepared, but it is basically just a large empty room. I want you all to picture it. It's just a large
Yeah.
room. You can see against like the back wall that there's equipment for executioners.
Nice.
This place.
He's not planning on running. Actually, am I gonna be in here? Because I feel like with how I was gonna roll for something to see if I was gonna hold my composure
Can
for that shit,
watch.
but that's okay. Well, no, because I want to take a bet. I'm not a betting woman, but I feel like he's gonna try to go for me.
Well, at this point, it's up to you if you want to accompany Katniss into this chamber. There are just for to sort of paint the picture. You guys are in this sort of isolated room. You can see that there are several armed guards in here with you, and you're accompanied by Braun Anvil and Froome. I'm gonna.
Okay, because I was gonna say
Yeah.
if he does come at me, I mean I ain't opposed to smacking his ass. So if he
Mhm.
does,
Oh, well, here's the thing. He was directed to fight for his life. It doesn't mean he's not going to get a repercussion for being a dumbass.
You can see
yeah,
that he's been removed. Like they're
is he just
removing
use?
the gauntlets on his, or not the gauntlet, the bracers on his arms that prevent him from using magic and
Are we
all his
all
other.
fighting him?
For now, it is only Katniss is expected to fight him. If he
gonna stay
attempts
at the
something
side.
out of the ordinary, you can step in. But Katniss, you find yourself in this room, darkly lit. You got just torchlight along the side. This man who, looking at you, he doesn't know. He has no idea who you are. All he knows is that that you were somebody that he managed to upset earlier, and he's just like. You see, his blood has been cleaned out of his beard, and he's been provided a short sword, as he just sort of grins at you like.
Last meal was a knuckle sandwich.
Oh, you wanted a little playtime before, yeah?
Yes, let us have some fun.
Unfortunately for you, this is not a conjugal visit.
But, for now, just Katniss, roll initiative.
All right.
The rest of you will only have to roll initiative if you...
Oh my god, he got really good.
Oh,
He did
Jesus.
get really good.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's not
what
gonna
the
play fair. Katniss, I believe in you. I will give you inspiration.
Thank you.
A nice smack on the ass. Bait his ass, sweetheart.
I got 15.
Well, it's okay though. You got inspiration to use at any point.
I'm gonna hold on to it. Oh, I wasn't clicking on me when I did it. That was. But I got 15.
Alright, let me go ahead and
Yeah, sorry.
Let's get some battle music started up in this
add
bitch.
turn and make sure you have a...
Oh no,
So
she's
is-
got 0. Oh, there it is.
Swords on swords, or?
He has been provided a short sword.
Hmm.
And you just see in this last moment, once he's got the sword in his hand, and his armor, and you see his fist tighten its grip, and for all his bravado and everything, you could just see this sort of rage and hatred in his eyes, and you see he doesn't know who you are. All he knows is that this is the last thing he's going to be able to do as a living man. And he just screams and runs at you, and just with this scimitar, what is it? Well, it says it's a scimitar and a short sword. He comes with a short sword, comes like, ah! And just screaming like a madman as he comes at you with it with 2 swings. First attack is a 16 to hit.
Miss.
Right, how do you dodge it?
I'm just standing there waiting for him. I just kind of move to the side and just barely dodge it. Just lean to the side and watching him. My eyes are on his face the whole time.
Eye contact.
And you could see, as much as you get the sense this man is a skilled fighter. With that same motion that he maintaining the momentum that he got from his, and just turns that swing and tries to hit you in the side with it. This one's a 17 to hit.
That matches it. Hits me.
All right. He hits you with like five piercing damage,
Mhm.
but at the same moment you can see his eyes flash now that his bracers are cleared, tapping into that energy of the white dragon that he has dedicated his life to. You take an additional 8 cold damage.
So that's 13 altogether.
Yeah, 13 altogether.
Mm.
And you guys can see just like the spray of ice crystals shoot off to the side after striking Katniss. And in that same moment, how does Katniss respond?
Like, Katniss, like, actually on, like, losing the blood, smiles.
Mm-hmm.
Says, yes, that's it. Show me your will to live. So that I'll be the one to take it away. And they are going to use their bow. And, let's see. Yeah, and it's gonna be sharpshooter.
Oh, damn. Point blank to the face.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's like, show me your will to live. Literally, it's like pointing a gun at someone's head. Pew pew.
He has been provided with armor, so he's not.
Well, that's not gonna hit.
Yeah, that's. You pull out the bow. The bow and like aim it at it with a as a sharpshooter shot. It's a -5 to that, so that was a 7.
Oh, minus
You
5?
can see-
Oh, even with
Yeah, when
my roll thingy?
As he
Okay.
turns and like as you pull out the arrow to try, he like with like the flat of his blade, he's able to swing through and just knock the arrow out of your grip. Like,
All right, gonna shoot him again.
all right,
Sharpshooter.
I'm a get him.
I'm gonna attack on that inspiration. D10.
Yes. Please wake. Oh!
You got him.
Bada bang, bitches. Yeah, yeah.
Ching!
Yeah,
Like,
you-
ow!
You see, like you've seen, like you reach for another arrow, and he's watching your hand closely. You've sort of clocked how he goes for like a big try to like knock it out of your hand again, but you can see what angle he's coming from, and like slide the arrow right underneath his blade as it tries to block you, and pull back and fire real quick and get him like. Where are you hitting him with this shot?
I hit him directly in the knee.
Yeah, you sort of. You don't even lift your arrow all the way. You're not even looking at it. You just wham right. You see just a arrow sticking into his knee. He's like, ah! Oh, so angry.
No, if I were angry, you'd be safe.
Oh.
Is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
And you see he's sort of. There's this sort of like flash in his eyes as he looks up at you. Oh, you were there, weren't you? Did you have fun? Who knew that the disease would not work on you half-bloods? And swings again at you.
Oof.
9.
Miss.
Goes screaming that like you just step back and avoid his. He's like, guess your dirty blood is harder to poison. Another swing comes at you. 22 to hit.
Yeah, it's.
Alright, this time there's as it comes, like the blade flashes a brighter white as he slashes across you, and there's far more cold energy infused it this time. You feel 5 piercing damage and 14 cold.
All right. Ooh, damn. 5
Yeah.
piercing damage and
Jesus.
14 cold.
Cat
Was that
even
20?
doing good?
19. Yeah, it's 19 damage to you.
Jesus.
19.
Katniss, are you looking okay out there?
I'm okay.
Okay!
But yeah,
And
he has strong will to live, guys. I'm just kidding.
Yo, seriously, he does actually have a strong will to live. That would kill a normal, like, couple of, like, lower level people.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's his turn, and so Katniss, you can see this guy, he's sort of picked up on some idea of who you are and is just teasing you about it this whole time.
Just
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna use my bowstring that was given to me from the Goddess of Luck.
Oh boy.
Luck, be with me. And these are going to be sharpshooter again.
All right.
Well, first thing I'm going to do, bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
All right, he is.
I'm surprised
He
you're not
is
backing
marked.
away or going around in a circle or something.
I don't want to give him an opportunity to hit me.
True.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, there's not much you can do in these situations other than just. But Katniss is part rogue, so but use the bonus action to.
Mm.
But yeah, he is Hunter's marked, and he was at a 20. Go ahead and roll me another d20 just to see if you would have crit.
All right. Nope.
All right, and actually, and it's a -5. Is it a sharpshooter or is it regular?
Sharpshooter.
Still misses him.
Damn.
What?
He's got they provided him with armor.
Oh, they provided him with armor.
Yeah, so he's not just in like the clothes.
This
that
one's regular.
All right, that does hit. So it's a 10. Roll me a d6 for your.
Hunter's
Actually,
Mark.
roll me another d20 to see if that crits also, just in
All right.
case. So I know you've got that elven.
Nope.
All right, go and roll me a d6 for the extra damage.
All right. 2.
All right, so
Oh,
that's
12.
Let's see. Verum is sort of like surprised, like for such a stout little guy. This guy is flexible. And he sort of dodges around your attack, and you just see he's just grinning up at you. Like, how many people did you lose? Is your little brother missing? Or would he be a Halfling too? Is it your papa? Did papa go away? As he swings at you. 10 to hit. So, big miss as he's just...
Yeah, my AC 17, so...
Ooh, and a 23 on the next one. He's
really getting me on the second hit.
wonder.
Yeah,
He's a-
more ice comes out of the blade as he hits you. It's 18 damage total.
Alright. Oof. I think I'm starting to look a little rough, actually.
That's why I'm like, why don't you disengage? You're a rogue.
I know. Alright.
I'm halfway tempted to hop in
Right,
just
but-
to heal her
but that's-
because she can have help, but he can't.
Go ahead and give me a history check, Dahlia.
Huh?
Oh,
Just
to
ask
see if I'm
Dahlia to
able
give
to
me
do
his.
this? Okay.
Well, just to get a sense of what's to happen if you. You're fairly certain that if no, not necessarily that this would it is definitely frowned upon for anybody to interfere. It would be seen as a great dishonor for Katniss for someone to directly assist Katniss.
Gotcha.
It's alright, I can disengage. I forgot I could do that.
It's okay.
Oh, go give me a Constitution saving throw as well, Katniss, before your turn starts, just
Alright.
to see if you keep up concentration on that Hunter's Mark.
I do not.
You lose the Hunter's Mark on him. So you can see he's sort of grinning and enjoying seeing you.
Alright, let's see what I have.
No reaction to Papa. Was it Mama? What did Mama say as she was dying? Did she beg for you to save her, and you could do nothing?
I'm shooting this man in the throat.
You disengaging first to be like, oh hell no, bitch.
Yeah, bonus action disengage.
All right, where are you moving to?
I'm gonna actually move over here.
He did, Mama. Where'd she go? Where'd she go?
I'm on my way. Where the hell did she go? Fuck.
All right, so that's bonus action, and how much movement was that?
That was like not much. About
20
20
feet.
feet.
Yeah. Are you going your full? Are you gonna try to stay out of his range to get to you? Or
Yeah, I am.
Hey, there you go. So like your full like movement.
Because he can. Yeah. Because he can still walk to you from the distance you're at right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm actually my movement's 35.
Nice. Like
You got
back in
15
the
more
day.
feet you can move.
1, 2,
Just
and
letting
3.
you know, if he tries to hit me, I will catch him on fire.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's try this again. No sharpshooter. I've been having bad luck with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's got armor.
16.
Just barely hits him.
Oh, nice.
So 13 damage, and as you move away to like get a better aim on it, you find it a little bit easier to keep this guy in your sights.
Mm-hmm. One more.
Nice.
26.
Another 15 damage. So yeah, now he's looking. He's like, you just sort of find the weak spots in his armor, and you can see he's dripping with blood, and he's sort of panting. And oh, do not worry, little one. I'll send you to meet Mama. Let's
This man
see.
is looking very-
You probably never got laid a day in your life.
Yeah, far away.
Yeah, I went like the full 35 feet, but
Yeah, unfortunately, from the angle you're at, he's still got.
okay.
With his 25 feet of movement, he's able to.
Alright. That's fine. I knew I signed up for this.
just. And just two more attacks on you. Let's see, 16 to hit.
Misses.
And you just almost gets you with this one. You can just feel that cold rush of air as he's tapping into his.
That second one, though, is usually where he gets me.
He only got a 10 this time.
Yes.
Miss both.
Because, well, the other thing is, like, I always for NPCs, always roll, like,
Twice.
advantage / disadvantage every time. Just to,
Oh,
just.
there you go with that.
Yeah. But he actually would have gotten a critical if he had advantage, but the first one's a 10, so he missed you entirely.
Yeah, it's easier to do that way, so you don't have to do multiple rolls anyways. You just like, which one am I
Yeah.
rolling? This one.
Yeah, I don't have to keep track of it for all these NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but he's still like. Wait, does this sound like her? And he is just
I'm gonna disengage and move my 35 feet just quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dahlia's over here, she's like, oh, I want to kill him. 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 Like, Katniss, do this. I want to kill him. I want to kill him. I want to kill him.
Roll as I think he's probably by you. I don't know, but he tries.
If you
he
want,
puts
you
his hand
could
on
be
your
like standing
shoulder.
next to me if you want, because she's like, honor or not, I will fuck him up.
I just put my hand on your shoulder and go, "Don't worry, she's got this."
I know they've got this, but still, I want to kill him. But then again,
Hold
I'm
on.
All right,
already going to kill
what's
him.
Katniss doing next?
Oh, I'm gonna cast Arrow.
Cast arrow! Beautiful!
I just say to you, just pray
19.
that she shoots him in the
Oh, that hits.
19. And 26.
Yeah!
That also hits.
That's 26.
And my bonus action was to disengage, so I'm making him chase me now.
Run out of breath as he's trying to insult
got,
you.
like,
He's like, I got you.
These
Come back.
arrows sticking out of him. He's panting and looking up at you. I'm gonna roll insight check on him to check something. Actually, no, this would be a medicine check. Trying to get a gauge of how healthy you are. Yeah, he's gonna keep attacking. You can see he actually takes a deep breath and just like you see like his eyes glow just like white, this cold, almost bluish white as he inhales on like this orb of energy forms in front of his mouth.
Uh-oh.
I can't do nothing.
Exhales as an orb of like concentrated dragon's breath flies towards.
Katniss got that
Katniss.
dragon armor.
I do.
All right, I'm gonna give him disadvantage on this then. At only 11 to hit. It goes wide, and you just see like this thing, like smacks against the wall, and like crystals of ice spread out from it.
Oh, jeez, are the guards okay?
You guys
The guards
okay
sort
over
of-
there? Thumbs up if you are.
Yeah, you see the guards had to sort of leap out of the way to avoid it, and give you thumbs up as
Okay, good.
Verum is looking annoyed. You can see his eyes darting around like he's.
Trying
You
to
know this
see.
man. This guy's a tactician. He is a former spy. He is a warrior. He is looking for how to get out of this situation. He is armed. He has armor. He is no longer bound, but he is in this room surrounded by a lot of people who are only not currently killing him because of the
Honor.
standards of
Yeah.
the battle.
Yeah.
But
Is
with
the
that
one
said,
dwarven dude in here?
the other dwarven, Tragnor,
Yeah, are they in here to observe this?
they would not have brought anyone. The other dwarf, yes,
Yes.
or Braun Anvil. Yep, yeah, I didn't want to deal with a bunch of icons, but yes, Braun Anvil and Ontharr Froom are both here.
Like
They're just
honestly,
sort
she would she'd make sure this entire time she'd be standing with them.
Mm-hmm. I'll go ahead and.
Yeah, like she'd be like, okay, question: if he tries to run, are we at least allowed to stop him from doing so? Good.
Good to know.
Mhm.
And she gives the thumbs up to her group. If he tries to escape like a little bitch, we can nail him.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll go ahead and actually
Understood.
bring them in here just so you can get a reminder that these two are here.
Yeah, just move yourself over
yeah.
there. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna get more distance
see.
between with my movement.
Every time I copy and paste an icon, my roll 20 gets weird. I'm reloading real quick.
Alright.
It can be weird like that sometimes.
Wait, where did cat? Oh, there.
Yeah, Cat
Yeah.
moves.
I'm over there.
Mew.
Katniss went. Katniss meow.
Mhm.
Katniss just did a Fiji.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, she.
Alright, here we go. 2 arrows.
I love Casero.
That hits.
17.
It's their favorite spell.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Cast arrow.
Let's see. One more. 15. Ah, that doesn't do it.
Attack misses.
Mhm.
First one.
Oh, that was some delicious damage, though. Tasty.
Alright. I'm gonna. You can see Verum is panting. He. Looking up at you, he just has this intense hatred in his eyes as he looks at you, Katniss. He looks to Ghoul. He just starts laughing. And he takes the knife, the sword, and he turns, holds it up, points it to his own neck.
Can I do anything to try to interfere with this?
Do you have anything that's a reaction?
Well, let me see.
Because this is happening. This is happening on his turn.
All right.
Is he allowed to take his own life?
He's not. No, it's very dishonorable to. But he has a
Oh.
short sword in his hand.
Let me see.
He seems to be just taking glee and taking the pleasure of this out from any of the rest of you. But
Whatever made him think he would survive spare the dying?
Well,
Or
Is that what
or
you get-
Loki. Or Loki just healing him.
Yeah, Loki,
that-
do you have a reaction? Because honestly, if he does this, I'd bring him back. It's like, oh, honey, it's not that easy. You've got to face trial.
Wait, where's my BA spells? Did they get deleted when the thing got? Ah, shit.
I don't know. But like, if you guys don't have a reaction to do, that's
My
what he
reaction is a hellish rebuke. But
does.
yeah, he's
I don't
trying
have
to
a
take it away.
reaction.
But like, quite honestly, I'm trying to do that. Like, she's going to make
What
her
about-
way over. Like, oh,
What about healing word?
Is that a reaction?
Wait.
Well, yeah, well, if you guys aren't. Well, basically, what we're able to establish is you're not able to interrupt him in this.
Unless it's a reaction. Can we
he just-
dispel sacrifice self?
His health was so low. No. His health is so low, and he just sees what's happening. He just drives the blade directly into his throat. His laughter only cut off
Gurgling.
because so is his voice box. And you see the blade sticking out of the back, and he's still the body. You see, he's like making these wheezing sounds, and just seems to still be laughing as he falls to his knees.
All right, am I
Blood
able to
dripping
walk over
from
and
him.
do that? And I'm like one
Yeah,
side.
I'm
At this point, he falls to the ground.
I nod to Dahlia.
Oh yeah, because Dahlia was supposed to come in anyway.
But at this point, yeah, we're out of combat. We don't worry. We don't have to worry about.
And she goes over and she makes sure she turns his head so that he's looking directly in her face, and she pulls the blade out of his neck
Mhm.
and then makes sure he's stable. She does spare the dying.
Mhm.
And
Alright,
she
'cause his
like she
attack
looks
on him-
over she looks over like like Loki, like give him just a couple left.
But you can see that like he like him stabbing himself like that had basically took out like 2 of his death saves. If you had done literally anything other than this, he probably would have died in that moment. But you're
Well,
able to run forward and like stabilize him. You guys, it doesn't quite close the wound on his neck. You can tell it's still going. He's still, unless you do something that's going to regenerate his throat, he's not going to be able to speak whenever.
yeah, that's why she's like, look at Loki here. He's not getting out of this that easily. Would you mind healing him up just a little tad? Katniss. His belly.
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot they signed up. Oh shit! I'm just. Ghost
And
is
she's
sitting here
making
like,
sure that
oh.
he's looking right, Dolly right in the eye.
See, you guys can see like Ontharr is about to step in to like interrupt this. This is, although he dishonored himself, this isn't quite how it's meant to be done. But you see, Braun Anvil puts his hand on his shoulder and just sort of looks at her with this sort of meaningful look.
Like, he's not gonna
And just-
get out of this.
Braun
Like,
Anvil turns to you, Gaul, and nods. And he seems to approve of whatever you're doing. Verum has shown no honor in this moment.
Yeah,
Like,
because I was getting ready to let her know, like the Anther, like he, he kind of decided himself first.
Folds her arms like, that ain't right. All right, so Loki, what are you doing?
Baby, you're muted.
You're
Oh, she been muted
fam.
for a while? Oh yeah, you're muted.
I was gonna say just healing word to heal him a little bit.
Well,
Yeah,
healing
sure.
word just gives it an ample amount, right?
You give the tiny. It's the least amount of healing you can do in the game.
It's like,
unless
yeah, this isn't over yet.
you can see,
Like
Just
this.
so he
That
can
ass
wake
up,
up.
boy.
She's like holding him by the beard to make him look at her.
you
Oh,
can
I
see
could've
like
said it.
like his eyes open wide, and he's like,
You're not getting out that easily.
you can see he like from the look on his face and everything. He's clearly yelling at you, but you can see like all it's doing is making more blood sort of spurt out from his throat hole.
Gross.
What do you all do? As you have this man, he's prone, he's defeated.
Shit,
He dropped his. You have his sword because he pulled it out of his fucking throat.
Well, honestly, let's see. Question: do I have to cut open his stomach? Okay, do I have advantage since he's prone if I do anything?
Anything you guys want to do to him at this point would be at advantage.
Okay.
I'm just here unless you need me to
Wait,
come
why
up there.
why
but-
is this not working? I clicked a thingy and it's not. Is anything?
It might be
popping
running
up?
slow.
Oh, she's going to do a level 4. Oh, never mind. Will I even need a blade to run my hand through his stomach and make his lungs melt from him so he struggles to breathe like those he killed slowly as he dies?
Jesus, you're gonna kill him again.
You're imbuing necrotic energy directly into his lungs.
Yeah, like looking into his eyes. This is what she felt when she died. And you will never, since she has the coin in her hands as she shoves it into him, like she shows him the coin. And you will never forget this pain for eternity.
You see, he's trying to look tough here at this moment. Then you realize he recognizes the coin, what it is, what it does, and he just, throughout this whole match, he's been reacting with this selfish pride and arrogance, and in that moment you see true fear in his eyes. This was somebody who thought he was moments away from, sure, he was dying, but he was going to be delivered to Tiamat.
No, you're not.
And he's dedicated his life to her. Surely she'll have something for him, and
Nope.
now...
I rolled
kind of
strength.
see this
Question, would a
understanding,
13
correct?
help lift him up as she's gonna try to stand up and pull his short body up
I'm not
with him?
going to make you roll to do,
You know,
to
like
do that.
she's got like this. She's got his hand, like both of her hands, right up in his chest, lifting him up as you guys see like the flesh of it turning black, and she's like squeezing his lungs as she's compressing the coin, like smushing them together like a long coin sandwich inside as they're melting, and he's feeling all that pain. And when he takes his last breath, she's going to drop him to the floor and rip the coin from his chest.
Yeah, as you do, you
That's
see the
hot.
body just desiccated, like rotted, as though like it's a very unusual sight where Dahlia's hands were. It looks like it's been like left to rot for like a week or more, while his extremities and face look still like fresh, and just you see like the blank whiteness of his eyes. As Dahlia, you hold up that coin, to call it a coin is a bit oversimplification.
token.
It's a bit of it's like a large disc. It's fairly thick, and it's heavy, both physically and just emotionally. As you hold it, you can see the coin on the head side of it. You see just that look on his face is now in the coin, trapped in that moment of just coughing pain as his lungs are filled with necrotic energy, and you realize you've trapped him in that moment for eternity.
She looks over at Katniss, puts her arm around them, and starts walking back with them, and uses thaumaturgy just to catch his bitch ass on fire so he can just be turned into ash.
You can see like
Walk
when he,
away,
like,
and he's on fire!
Onthar's putting him out. He's like, y'all, we still gotta bury him.
I was
Jeez, what
cremating
is-
him.
Dude.
He was no longer a
Man.
dwarf when he dishonored himself.
You know,
Eh.
he was no longer a dwarf when he committed all those crimes.
That's my opinion.
I gotta move us to.
So yeah, like Dahlia, like she says this coldly, but she looks at the coin and she wants to look at Katniss to see what they think. She made him feel the pain that Katniss's mother felt as they died.
What is Katniss's reaction to what does Katniss's face look like?
Katniss just like has this wave of relief wash over them that you haven't really seen before. It's the relief you have after you've dealt with something really complicated and you're finally seeing it to fruition.
28. She did 48 fucking damage to him. She just turned him into like a husk.
Yeah,
I mean,
Katniss, you have this moment as you finally. You didn't even realize how much like weight you had carried on your shoulders all this time, and there's this moment of relief, and your mind returns to that moment of your mother's death when she finally felt, at least, if nothing else, there was that relief that you were safe, and this weight she had been carrying throughout her illness, and when she finally let go of it. In that moment, she lost it in her death, and you feel that relief now, watching the man who killed her suffer for everything he's done.
That's why she made sure he thought he had a chance.
Mhm.
Make him think he had a chance to go out his own way, only to have it snatched from him like so many other people. Make him feel like he had everything he needed, and then take it away from him at the last second.
I think Katniss would like to speak to like Unthar.
You go to speak to Anthar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see Anthar is sort of directing like dwarf her men who are gathering the body. They've put out the flame. They've laying a white sheet over him, and treating the body with respect.
I will say
And
this.
although they don't seem enthusiastic about it,
Dahlia's not exactly really enthusiastic about this because she knows like what she did. But she will go to the side and she will quietly wait with the token. She will not be involved with any conversations up to this point because she did her task, but she also knows that it is heavyweight. She always makes sure that she does everything with a purpose, so she's letting Katniss handle the rest of this.
yeah. And what do you say to Anthar, Katniss?
I know that there were some things you had conflict with in this situation, but you've given me something precious and important. You've given me closure.
You see, she sighs and sort of looks up at you, and she's got like this sorrow and sympathy in her eyes, knowing what you've been through. He's like, I ain't against what you did to this fella here. He deserved worse. He just looks, and you see like her eye darts towards Dahlia, but I don't trust devils. I know Zariel was once an angel, and there's all kinds of stories about all the noble intentions, but you know what they say about the road to hell?
Yeah, that I do.
She looks up to you, Katniss, and he's like, folks got your heart in the right place, but just... She pauses for a moment to think of how to word this exactly, and she just says, I've seen folks righteous, fighting for good. They get caught up in the fighting, turn into things. A lot of the worst monsters in the world are folk who think they're doing the right thing. I think y'all can avoid it if... Just stick together, okay?
We will. We'll watch out for each other.
He sort of glances over at, like, Dahlia again. Like, make sure the Baroness is okay. And she's going to turn back to men who've raised the body on... They've sort of put it on, like, a little, plank to carry him on. Something very basic, very simple. They're not bringing out the nice stuff for this guy, but there's ceremony, there is tradition, and Dwarven honor is very strong as she follows her men and takes the body out. But with that said, you have the coin. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before? Anybody you want to check on or anything?
Did Lord Brunanville already leave? Or what was that?
Brunanville is...
Uh-oh.
her at all.
Could you repeat the last 20 seconds? Something happened to where the entire browser closed.
Oh no.
Oh
But
shit, did we lose stream?
oh no.
No,
But
no,
it
no,
was
no, no.
basically
It was
establishing
my bad.
that that Onthar has no objection to the execution or even how it went down. Even he doesn't even seem bothered by like Dahlia stepping in and like melting him with magic, especially after he dishonored himself that way. It's just
Yeah.
she seems worried with the use of the coin. Although Katniss, you do pick up that she seems less angry at Dahlia and more worried for her.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to glean, and now that I know that, I feel like I can handle, because like I think Katniss feels protective of Dahlia right now because of this whole deal with the coin.
Yeah, and although this isn't the man who necessarily trained, the Baron Whipstaff to do what he did to Dolly's family, he trained the man who trained him. It was kind of the catalyst for a lot of that, so I'm sure
Start
there's
at
a lot
the
of Dahlia.
fucking source.
But Ghoul, what is it you want to? You've definitely gotten on Braun Anvil's good side. You can tell he views you as a respectable and honorable man.
I just didn't know if I needed to talk to him after this, because I was gonna talk to him. If he needed to talk to me.
He doesn't seem to be demanding your attention in any way, but if you want to ask him anything, you can.
I do walk up to him and I do ask, so how are you, I guess, disposing or burying this Virum?
The body will be placed in an unmarked grave. It is what honor demands, and nothing more.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're clearly doing like kind of the bare minimum necessary of like respect and everything for.
Is it fair that I would call this, wouldn't say karma, you be disrespectful, then you basically get treated more of a roach.
You see, he sort of chuckles a bit at. He's like, "What happened here this day, young Master Bariel? It was justice. That is what matters."
I could not agree more.
And he smiles at that and nods his head. "We do not have much time. We will be leaving first thing in the morning. You should prepare as best you can. I will be doing the same." And he bows his head respectfully towards you, and then him and his entourage make their way out as they go to prepare for the upcoming war.
I also give him a head bow, bow of the head, and then I do go over to Dahlia and see if she wants me to accompany her to go meet with whoever she has to meet with.
The Wakila.
Oh, bless you.
Right, and Dahlia, you were informed basically that when you have the coin, he'll find you.
She's gonna go towards the crossroads after literally looking around to see if she can find the one lady that's running the place.
You looking for Lady Silverhand?
Yes.
Yeah, she wouldn't be too hard to find. She's still in the council chambers. So before you head out, you make your way towards the council. You can see Lady Silverhand sitting at the... just sort of sitting at the desk. Right next to her is Lord Neverember. The two of them seem to be just discussing tactics. They've got like a map set out on the thing before them. A lot with your high perception, you pick up it's mostly just discussing like soldiers and stuff. And she sees you enter. Is anybody going with Dahlia in this?
I was going because it was just a short
Yeah,
interaction.
because she literally just did not say anything. She just got up and started walking towards the chambers,
Mm-hmm.
coin in hand.
Yeah, I know Ghoul would have went over, but he would have noticed you leaving as soon as he was done talking because it was just a short interaction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to.
All right. So basically, everybody's making their way back to the chambers.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to bother loading the chambers since the chambers are pretty much empty aside from. You can see the other seats are empty at the moment. The other representatives of the various groups have all broken off to prepare. There's a lot of hustle and bustle in the castle as they prepare for this. You can see like soldiers are being led towards Mount Waterdeep to enter Skyreach Castle and the other giant castles that have been brought along.
I
but
need
you
to
see,
speak with you.
You see, she sits up in her seat, and he's like, "Well, of course, let's make it quick. Well, unfortunately, we have precious little time."
But yeah, it's like she didn't hide the fact that she's basically got rot on the ends of her hands with the coin.
You didn't even wash your hands off?
No, she just walked out and walked to her.
Yeah.
I'm right behind Dahlia. I have prestidigitation.
He's like, oh shit.
I would prestidigitate. I'm right behind Dahlia. I don't think she would notice. I just prestidigitate her hands, and while I'm at it, just
She's not even gonna bother to look
pine
up.
forest.
Yeah, you clean off some of this rotting dwarf meat from her.
Yeah, and if it smells like pine fresh.
Yeah, and
Pine Sol?
you see Lady
No.
Silverhand.
I'm sorry,
Long-
rainforest.
Oh,
Yeah, like stark white hair tied back into a bun in a sort of regal robes of definitely of a fine make. And she sort of just sits up and waits patiently for you to say what you've come to say to her.
She looks at the gentleman next to her. Hello.
You see Lord Neverember just sort of like nod, like, do you require any privacy for this discussion?
My group can stay if they wish, but this is a matter I think she would like to be private between associates.
Maybe you see he looks to her and she just quietly gestures for him to go ahead and leave, and he bows, gathers a few of his things. He's like, let me know when you are finished. And he steps into one of the outside of the room. And as Lady Silverhand just sort of sits there quietly and just looks to you and just seems to be waiting patiently for...
How do you know Zariel? You spoke as if you knew and loved her at one point. I want to know before I meet up with her for the final time.
And she sort of sits up and like, what have you heard about me?
Dick and Diddley. She smiled.
Ghoul, you would, if you're here, you would know, like, Lady Silverhand is, like, that she is, like, nobody knows exactly how old she is. Some rumors persist that she is, like, a daughter of, like, Mystra, the goddess of magic.
Who's her daddy?
Nobody knows, like, even the legends don't really say.
Oh.
But, it is definitely a known fact that she is human. She is fully human. No one's found any indication that she's anything else. But through magic and other means, she is several centuries old.
Is she asking everybody this question or just
Well,
Dahlia?
well, she's asking Dahlia, but I was saying
I've
with that
answered
knowledge,
Dick and
would you,
Diddley. If you want to say
yeah,
something, you can.
yeah, would you say anything, Ghoul?
I would say the first couple of facts.
Mostly that she's. Would you mention Mistra?
She's how
Yep.
old?
You know, from Ghoul's knowledge, it would be centuries.
No, I'm just wondering if she corrects how old she is to us. Like, how old?
Old enough.
That sucks. I'm sorry,
Oh,
but living that long would kind of suck, don't you think?
There are certain responsibilities he's involved, but
Oh, come
there are
now,
some
you
things
gotta
only certain
live.
people can do. Well, I think we can all agree I've had plenty of that.
I didn't answer my question. I haven't heard much. Now that I know you're older, you must have had some type of history. You spoke of her
Go
so
give me-
sadly.
Go and give me a persuasion check. You can tell that she's like, for like somebody who is like a high-ranked, political,
Jeez.
high-ranking political position. A lot of her, a lot of stuff about her is still not known.
Yeah, like I want Dahlia to basically let her know too. Dahlia does not give a shit. You are a person, and I think she should know by now secrets are safe with her. But
Oh, 26. All right, you can see.
please, just tell me. It's not like I'm gonna start spreading rumors. I mean, you heard what I had to do. I don't care what your
Before-
ranking is.
Before her fall, I fought alongside Zariel. And we say, when she says before, like, any of you who's like proficient in like history or religion would instantly know that's like all of recorded history you're aware of, Zariel was already fallen. There's no existing like maybe elven culture might have had some records prior to her fall, but any records of Zariel are post fall.
Oh, wow. You are very old. But anyways, continue. Please.
Hmm.
You knew her?
Zariel doesn't care. Not about you, not about me, not about anyone here. She cares about her duty. And she's traded everything for it.
Including you?
Oh, we weren't that close. Don't.
I had suspicions. You should at least put that to rest.
If you're thinking if she's an
Yeah,
ex-girlfriend of some kind,
that or a best
then-
friend. Either way, you loved her in some way. Even if it was just as a friend or sister in arms.
I believe that is the correct term. There was a time when I would have done anything for her. Before I really knew her. Or maybe before she changed. She was always quiet. She just sort of looks to you and is like, I understand the sympathy you feel for her. But just know that when she gets what she wants, she'll be done with you.
I expected no less. Is there anything you want to pass on to her that you've probably wanted to say for a couple of centuries before I go?
Oh, I've had the means to contact her if I needed to. You
Harsh.
contacted her, didn't you?
Well, yeah. But I get to see her in person.
Don't be so certain about that.
Most
You may see her projection, but it's not quite the same.
It's not gonna stop the thing I'm gonna do. But maybe I'll meet up with her again in another spot. I'm gonna talk to my grandmother this evening. I was able to see and meet her in Granny Greenskin's domain. She actually visited in her domain.
In the Feywild, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
And just be aware that Zariel is capable of projecting an avatar
That's fine.
in these.
It's another form of communication.
I suppose. But at the very least, she is a woman of her word. Her exact word.
Yeah.
So. Is this all? Do you require anything else?
Smiles and actually just pats her on the shoulder. Regardless of living so long, I think you need to live a little bit more. But yes. Are you going to be fighting with us?
Oh, of course.
Okay, good. You better not be sitting up here playing, like, dice or something. I mean...
There's a limit to what I'm capable of doing these days, but I will contribute.
We'll try to make sure you're home in time to go to bed. Dahlia just kind of smiles a little at her. She's busting her chops more or less, knowing that like, she's older, but she's like, you know what? I was aware that she was going to be done with me, and that's fine. That's not going to stop me from treating her just like everyone else. I'm not really afraid of any gods. I'm not really afraid of any devils. They're people that will react like people. They just got too big for their britches one day. And ascended or whatever. Or were born into it, you know, like a rich kid with a silver spoon. I don't know. So,
Like,
yeah.
She just sort of smirks a bit at that. The gods will surprise you sometimes. Though not as often as they'll disappoint you.
Oh, too much disappointment. I mean, I did get to playfully punch the mask. I have respect for the guy. But I don't see any of them actually contacting me to go, hey, can we chat? Like, casually. I got too much shit to do anyways. But I'm gonna deliver this. And she makes sure that she sees the look, like, you know, on the coin. He got what he deserved.
You can see like a certain sorrow in May Silverhand's, not so much at the coin, but to see that.
And she did it.
Yeah, but she.
I know what it implies. However, how does one save themselves when they know they're destined for some type of hell? She kind of gives a little bit of like a smirk. Anyways, I am not blind to how heavy this is. I turned down my own father's murderer in a similar coin because I only wanted to do this once to save more than enough people. But I do not plan on killing anyone again like this. That's why I had him fight. I would never take somebody and kill them while they slept or anything of the sort. But this man hurt so many people and loved it. I will not regret sending him where he belongs. Even if the judgment was not my own, he will not be rewarded by Tiamat on my watch.
And she just nods at all of that, and she just looks to you and just says, "Thank you for taking on this burden."
Don't thank me yet. Still have to fight with or without devils.
Well, at least we know that they'll have one less weapon to turn against us. You may save many lives this day.
No one will ever know my name anyways. She, like, smiles a little bit. Let's get going. I've got to go to a crossroads.
Alright.
Good luck.
She nods, and you see she, like, gestures to, like, a nearby door, and you can hear, like, a tingling sound. Seems to be that she just simply conjured it, and Lord Neverember comes stepping back in and nods at you all, and doesn't seem to have much to say as he's already laying out the stuff he gathered. That
See you later. I got a date with the devil.
More just keeping hidden from the rest of you than necessarily needing on his own as they continue their conversation. You all make your way out into the streets of Waterdeep.
Alright. I will say this. I know the group is going to probably want to say some stuff to her, but we should probably take a quick break.
Ooh, yeah, it's a good time for it. All right, everybody, we're going to take a 15-minute break, and then we'll be right back to, well,
About 11:25.
Last night on Waterdeep before.
Yeah, then it's fighting time.
Them's fighting words.
All right, see you all in 15 minutes.
15 minutes, y'all.
Bye.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. That went well.
Are you guys ready?
No.
Too bad.
Do I look like...
I have no idea what the quality of this fucking stream is. I don't give a crap if I'm, swearing and whatnot. But we found this island. I just made a realm for just me and my friends. So I got the official Cyan Tiger here with me.
Yeah, but boy.
I made her skin, if she'll hold still, to look like her icon. Sup. And my lovely wife, Red Lotus Blossom, wherever the hell she may be.
I'm on an island. I'm in the jungle.
Oh my god, you went off on your own? Honey, the sun's about to set.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, I need glass.
Glass? Windows? But yeah, we just started, we believe it or not, we found an actual mine shaft on this island. It doesn't look like an island, but it is. See over there how we just have like an archipelago going on, like a little area. Oh, there's the Serengeti or whatever it's called over there.
The Serengeti.
And in that direction, okay, believe it or not,
What?
Ignore me. Wait, what you doing? Don't waste that. Take this.
Having some almonds.
We found lava, so we made some buckets. Look at all the stuff we found already. It is disorganized as fuck. But we're trying to make some smooth stone. Exactly. Oh, and I already made a cat friend because there is a village over in this direction. I know I don't have it out far. I don't have a nice big gaming rig. So there's that. But right now, we are working on building a big old fortress. Honey!
Ah,
Come home. It's about to become dark.
I got cocoa beans.
Okay, I'll
Oh,
make you
no,
some
it's
fucking
my
cookies
fault.
then. Oh shit, that's right. We haven't even started farming. We're gonna starve.
Yay!
Don't say yay!
I got an apple. I can live.
Oh, for one fucking day. Yeah, we've already planted some like trees from the savannah from over there, so. Oh my gosh, hold on.
Ah, fuck.
We've only been doing this for 5 freaking minutes and we've already known that